just lay them down. That's
Okay.
it, okay? Make sure there's no obstructions, they can't be sitting up like that. If there's something sticking it, make sure they're flat, okay?
Okay.
All right? And then all you gotta do is just pull this guy here and bring him down, and that's it, and then he'll stay down,
Now
okay?
that light, that light right there.
Shut it off. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. Same thing with this guy, okay? Shut him down. Now, if you notice, they do have a little illumination. That illumination will disappear after a while, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. But, you know, obviously, as you can see, that stuff is the easy part, right? Okay. Before you take this wall off, this wall is up. This is your last wall to be brought down, right? So when this wall is down, if this wall is down and you're gonna bring this wall down, you're not gonna be able to get to that one, to that lever. So this is your first lever to unlock. Don't worry about the wall falling down because it's still hooked up, right?
Okay.
And then you're gonna do this guy, so you're right here. You're already still hooked up over there. You're gonna walk yourself out, not paint yourself into a corner, right?
Okay.
So, right? All right.
Yeah.
So as far as all that, that one first, that one second, 1, 2, 3, 3, and then the last one is 4. Make sure there's nothing that's going to be obstructing anything below the hinges. No towels, no nothing of that kind of stuff.
Now,
Okay.
this one doesn't come down.
What's
here?
that?
This one here doesn't come down first.
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, you can bring it up.
It
can come down
It can
anytime.
come down when you
Anytime.
when you did that.
Yeah.
This can
Yeah.
come
I
down.
just didn't bring it down.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you're just going to bring this guy down, and you can just, and they're pretty light. Right here. Grab it.
Yeah.
Grab it. Here, I'll have you do it.
Yeah, down and check it out.
Go ahead.
It's not,
So, well, you're gonna walk out that door, so
Oh.
let me come out a little bit.
couldn't feel it. You're not gonna let it drop on my head.
Oh, yeah, it's very light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty light.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty
just styrofoam in there
Okay.
with aluminum framing and things like that, so.
Okay.
But go ahead and just bring it down.
Heads up.
Yep, yep. Okay.
Rest on that.
All right. Now you know that one's already disconnected. Now, before you do this one, you're gonna wanna disconnect your door. Okay? And then I'll show you how to put it up as I'm taking it down so you can kind of see exactly what I'm talking about. That one's unlatched. We're gonna do this guy, right? Wall's not gonna fall, right? Okay, we're disconnected from there, right? Now, you're putting the wall down, okay? Now, let's say I'm gonna put the wall up, okay? Then close the door. I'm closing the door. I'm gonna close this door. And then I'm gonna lock it. Right? I'm gonna set it. What you're doing is you're setting on top of the gasket. Because if you set this up, and then you go to slide it, you could rip the rubber. When it's raining, it'll leak through here. So when you're gonna set it up, I want you to set it up with the door closed and then set it on top of the gasket. That will seal better. That's how you're gonna don't slide it on that rubber. Okay, so don't do that. Next thing you know, well, we're leaking. Yeah, you're leaking because you destroyed it. So, okay. Bring it down. It is a little bit heavier, so just kind of bring it down gently and you're good to go. Okay. That's it. Okay. And then as soon as you move it out, lift it up so you can get out. Okay.
Can I get out though? There we go.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
that's probably a little
I can get out.
it's new. Everything's tight.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad thing, right? So, so that's it. That's all you got there, okay? Close up your door. Close up your door. Okay? Make sure that, you know, like that, like your shade here doesn't get caught up in there, okay? Just make sure everything is closed, okay? That's it, okay? Now, being the A-liner that has the dormers on it, the lid is a little bit heavier, okay? So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to do 2 people. So I want you to go on the other side over there, okay? I want you to pull your lids on the bar out. So go on the other side, pull that out. Okay? You can, sometimes you can do it by just the one side.
Okay.
Like this side. Since you've walked out, you're right here. Grab this bar, and all you're gonna do is you're just gonna pop it up, okay? You're gonna pop it up, and then you're gonna kind of grab the, there you go, push it. There you go, now pull it down. Pull that down. All right, now you're good. Okay, now you're good. Now go ahead and just bring your, if you pull a little tension and you're pulling it down, so that doesn't pop up again.
Okay.
As you're putting the bars back in, that will help you out a little bit there, okay? This way that lid doesn't go back up. Won't spring back up in there, but it won't spring up all the way, it'll just spring up some of the way. And then make sure you always put your last bar and close those, okay?
No, mine's not lined up to do it yet.
That's okay. You can always do that when it's
Yeah,
closed
it's
too.
closed, right?
Just remember, that thing swings and it's gonna stay here in the middle. If that lid comes down and that bar is straight down, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna hit the ground, and guess what? It's gonna twist, it's gonna buckle. So make sure you put them away,
Okay.
because the last girl did that. She says, I forgot to do that, come crashing down. I said,
Yeah.
pay attention, okay? So now, that's all you got. All you need to do is grab this end and then just slide them down, okay? So you can get to the top and then just keep on grabbing it, all right? And then go ahead and do your latches. When you do these latches, don't take your hand and do this, okay?
I'm gonna watch you do the latch.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Right.
So basically, when you have your latch on here and you have a little resistance and this piece here is horizontal, that's a pretty good snug, okay? And you're not gonna take your hand and you're not gonna do this, because when you go to slam it up in there, that piece right there is gonna go through your hand and you won't be saying nice things. So take this with your thumbs and snap it up in there. Solid, solid, okay? Make sure there's nothing hanging out, you know, none of that kind of stuff. These guys here, just latch them and then that's it. That's it, that's all you need to do, okay? Pretty simple stuff. Some people say, would it help if I put the locks on here? You know, the little padlocks on here. I'm gonna tell you right now, spend that money on your grandchildren, okay? Don't waste your money on the little locks. If you wanted to do anything, they do make these, like, they're kind of a rubbery type. They're a little bit thicker, but they're kind of like wire ties, okay? And a lot of people just use that wire tie. That's just to kind of keep it from flapping up. But if I wanted, let's say I wanted to get into your camper and you had a pop and you had a lock on it, let's say you got a lock on that one or whatever, which one, I could take a screwdriver and go up on between it and I can pop that thing off in a minute. I can get in there anyway. These are not locks to secure your camper as far as theft. They are just to keep it from flying open.
Okay.
So that's all those are for, is just so when this doesn't go boom and fly open and then next thing you know, your top's coming up, okay?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like not cool, right? So as far as all that, so. Yep, elongate it, elongate it, pull down on the lid, elongate it, hook it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now I'm gonna show you something here, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Okay, now you see how you didn't get it right,
Yeah.
right? So you're gonna have, right? So you're just gonna wanna move it over a little bit. Okay, but if you wanted to, if this is too tight, if it's too tight as you're doing this, you're gonna just loosen it up a little.
Okay.
Okay, that nut doesn't come out unless it comes out at the end of that bolt, right?
Okay.
So you can elongate it a little bit and make it not so tight.
Okay.
okay? But you want it to have some kind of tautness to it. So
Okay.
you're putting it on the seal, okay?
Okay.
All right. Definitely always unplug too. That's one of the first things. You don't want any more power going in there than you have to. Now, like I said, if you forgot to close that lid and you just closed up everything, well, guess what? You're doing everything again twice, because now you got to unlock everything, pop the lid up, and get that lid closed. Otherwise, you're going to have a swimming pool in there if it's raining.
Okay.
Okay, so make sure that the lid is closed first all the time. These little guys here, do not cut those off. I've had people do that. What they are gutters. So the water comes out of here, does not come in here, and then come down and then try to seep in through here or in here. So it's a gutter. Okay, so don't cut those off. A lot of people do those. Why do they have them sitting on the extra? Because they're gutters.
Okay.
Well, that looks like crap. Okay, might look like crap, but you know what? It works. It's functional.
That's it.
I look at things as functional. Sometimes they don't look as pretty as they want to be, but I'll tell you what, they look better than if it looked pretty.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's kind of how I am. I'm really old school. I mean, you know, pencil sharpener, I use a knife. I don't use a